Hi everyone, my name is Marko and welcome to another episode of Through My Own Lens. Here we talk about entrepreneurship, Bitcoin, my new business venture, Back Hero, as well as my passions, cigars and golf. In today's video, I want to talk about the difference between a DBA and an LLC. But before we dive into, I just want to give you some context why we're talking about this today and why I believe it is important. So, as many might know, I have a financial literacy company. We're teaching middle schoolers and high schoolers the basics of financial literacy. That includes everything from history of money all the way to Bitcoin, that obviously has to be included. And one thing that we do throughout the school year is that the students actually building their own business in the classroom. So the students have to decide what kind of business they build. They have to do a competitor analysis. They have to decide who is the CEO, who is the CFO. They have to learn about pricing, products, placement. So the good three P's or the three P's of marketing. They have to decide where they're going to sell it, what they sell. Our company, we function as a startup investor. So we're investing the money for the service or the goods into the little business. And then by the end of the year, hopefully I get some money back and the students have a chance to earn some additional funds for them as well. So typically we're building a business and then the kids run it throughout the entire year. We just function as the oversight, as the advisory in trying to give real life advice and scenarios to the students so they really understand. The reason why we're doing this is because we believe and we heard throughout the many years we're doing this program, a lot of students want to become entrepreneurs. A lot of students want to sell the goods or services. A lot of students want to do something on their own. They want to have this, or a lot of them have this entrepreneurial mindset and want to do a business, open up a business. And quite often they hear something on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, LLC. What's an LLC? Why do I need one? I want one. And today we want to actually discuss the reason what is an LLC in first place, but also what's the difference between a DBA here in the United States and an LLC. Why is one good for you and one is might be good for somebody else? So let's dive into our today's topic, DBA versus LLC. So we switched over to our traditional presentation that we have, and we're trying to explain a little bit the difference between a DBA and an LLC. So what is the difference between one and the other, and why is one right for you and one might be right for somebody else? So before we dive into, let's go into what is a DBA. A DBA stands for doing business as. So let's make an example. My name is Marko Majic, and rather than doing business or when I sell a service or good to somebody, or when I want to introduce myself to a new company, say, hi, my name is Marko from Marko Majic. No, that sounds a little bit silly. So I'm creating a business name that I'm using to sell my service. So as an example, I'm using Marko Majic does business as Easy Company. So when I call somebody, when I have an interaction with somebody, I am from the Easy Company. So it's a username, an acronym, a trade name that I can use as an individual to represent a business. It gives me a lot of flexibility. I can do some catchy names, some marketing smart names. So a lot of things that can actually really work in my benefit. So, and that's what a DBA stands for. Now, a DBA is a very simple form. It does not separate you, the owner, from the business. Therefore, before we go into that, we want to establish an LLC, so limited liability company. It separates legally the owner from the business. So as an example, in a DBA, there is no separation between Marko Majic and the Easy Company. If I have a rented property and I want to rent out my rental property, I want to have the Easy Company LLC because I want to protect myself personally, my family, from anything that has something to do with liability on my rental property. So therefore, I'm creating the Easy Company LLC. The Easy Company LLC will protect me in case something happened at the rental property from being liable as a citizen, as a person directly. So that is quite often why LLCs are used for. So if you want to protect your personal assets, your personal house, your personal bank account, your personal whatever it might be, property from your business, that's why you want to have an LLC. So that actually can protect you in case something happen. So therefore, we see here LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. It also has a tax benefit. There's more into it. I'm pretty sure your tax advisor can help you to do or structure the LLC the best way. So therefore, separation of your legal entity and the personal is very important. That's why people are using an LLC. So, what are the DBA pros? So it's very simple. It's simple to set up. You just go onto your city clerk or town hall. You go inside. You say, "Hey, I would love to open up a DBA." In my case, when I first opened up one here in Connecticut, it cost me like $8. It was like 2016 or something. They asked me for 3 names that I would like to use as my DBA name. Very simple. I wrote down 3 of them. The lady in the town clerk center or city clerk center, she checked if they're available. So she came back, said number 1 is available. I got my DBA certificate after paying for it, $10, $12, whatever it was back in the day, and I got my DBA. Very simple. It is easy to maintain, bank convenience. So when I started out, I didn't have a separate business account. So when I was sending invoices, they just went into my personal account. I just went with my DBA certificate to my bank and said, "Hey, here's my certificate of my DBA. There will be some funds coming in to my personal account just to make sure there's no confusion with the bank as well, so they're not rejecting any transaction." Very simple, takes you probably less than 2 hours if you have all the documents ready, and most of the time, very simple to set up and very, very affordable. Probably most states, most city doesn't cost you more than $20 or $30. What are the pros of an LLC? As we already mentioned, you have the liability protection, separation between you, the owner, and the assets. Very important. You have a flexibility when it comes to a tax return. Very, very interesting. You can write off a lot of stuff. So please, talk to your tax advisor about what is possible for you. Credibility. It always sounds better if you want to do business with somebody when they see, hey, the company is actually established for a while and you have an LLC established for for your own good. It gets easy to fund. So in case you're looking for outside investors, people like to have, the structure of an LLC. It's easier to create funding strategies around that, and the management is flexible. So you can be the owner, you can appoint a director or a CEO or CFO, and you still be the owner of the company. Therefore, LLCs in most cases are used when you getting a little bit bigger. Now, I'm all for about protection. I'm all for about having the right structure, but the right structure has to be based on your business and what you want to do. If you are a new entrepreneur, if you just want to open up your web shop and you want to sell a couple of things through Shopify, get your feet wet, get in the right mindset, try things out, maybe doing a little bit selling or reselling business, having a pet shop online, something small where you actually do not, or where you're not going to be liable with your personal assets. I honestly believe a DBA is for you. So if I would love to sell, I don't know, some sneakers online, I would do a DBA. Very simple. Marko Majic does business as the Easy Company, and that's what I'm going to sell my products under the Easy Company. If you are interested, you want to buy a rental property, I would highly suggest that you use a LLC to protect yourself, and they separate completely from yourself from the business when it comes to liability. Obviously, they are a little bit cost efficient, so you can definitely see that the cost for an DBA is lower than for an LLC. That is definitely something to pay consideration. You have no protection when it comes to liability under a DBA, so please talk to your tax advisor or your lawyer. Taxes, the same. A DBA runs into your personal tax return. The same could be also with an LLC, but there's more flexibility, so your accountant definitely can help you out with that. As well, as I said, credibility. Some people might want to deal business or want to like to deal with somebody that has already an established company. That could be a reason, but I honestly believe for the most part, people that starting off, I think it's very important that you really choose a DBA. If you start off, you want to test a business, and it's a simple form that is low cost efficient. So therefore, a DBA is for you. And as we already mentioned, an LLC is for you if you want to have a couple more things checked off: tax flexibility, planning funding in the future, liability separation from you and the business, as well. In the future, you can always structure differently, so it gives you a different flexibility with future endeavors. One more time, my personal opinion is by starting off, I would definitely go with a DBA. If you establish and you want to do something more, or you want to do a rental property, something that needs a protection from the asset or liability protection between you and the asset, I would definitely choose an LLC. So that's it for today. I hope you found this video valuable. I hope you learned something. If you have any question, please feel free to reach out. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. As always, we have some more resources, downloadables on our website, markomajic.com. Please check us out. If you have any question, shoot me a comment. And as always, remember, it is not the destination, it is the journey you should enjoy. Thank you so much and have a great day. I'll see you next time.